We're going to give you a little bit of a quick overview here on sustainable apparel, but before we get started, we like to start off with a quiz. So raise your left hand if you like to do good. All right. Everybody raise their hand. Raise your right hand if you like to make money. And Lily's ahead of the game. Raise both your hands if you like to do both. All right, so that's HIP. That's human impact and profit. And basically, you can make more money by doing good, being sustainable, eco-efficient, inclusive, and all those great things. This is a monthly investor roundtable series. We've covered banks and microfinance, organic food and beverage and renewable energy, eco-travel and green real estate. If you're interested in some of the overviews, you can find them on the HIP website. Basically, the theme behind HIP is if you solve human problems in health or wealth, earth or equality or trust, and these are quantifiable results. So greenhouse gases can be quantified, the health of people can be quantified, the reaction of a piece of clothing to your skin can be quantified. Those lead to more innovative products, inspired employees, increased profit, and an improved planet. And so that's the HIP model. So what HIP does is we help investors build portfolios that are focused on sustainability as well as financial return. We actually do HIP scorecards for companies like Walmart and Cisco. And then we publish ratings and rankings in Fast Company magazine. And we're talking with Fast Company right now about ongoing column. So quick overview on eco-fashion. So back in the 1960s and 70s, there was this debate between natural fibers or synthetic fibers. And part of the driver for that was, anybody want to guess?
Cost.
What is it?
Cost.
Cost. And what's the driver of lower cost? What's the natural input? Seemingly natural input. Labor is one. But oil. And the use of oil for synthetics and chemistry for petrochemicals. Today, in reaction to all of that, there's a cradle-to-cradle approach that you might be familiar with from Bill McDonough. And so part of this cradle-to-cradle is, which most of you in the room are familiar with, organic materials, the natural processing of fibers and the dyeing of them, how the clothes are made in terms of fair trade, what is that end-to-end life cycle, not only from growth, but all the way end at recapture or reuse, and which could even include places like eBay or Goodwill. And how do you package it and distribute it in a low-carbon way? Can you do it in a, is it lower carbon to ship from India or to drive it from North Carolina? So we'll hear some of that tonight. So just some quick numbers. Of the $450 billion, almost $500 billion in the global apparel market, today, as far as the numbers are, it looks to be about a $3 billion market. So the good news is it'll almost quadruple over the next 5 years, but it's still a small fraction. So this is a new, it's a new trend. Now, where can you buy sustainable apparel? Actually, your most popular choices are at Walmart and JCPenney's mass market stores, as well as Nordstrom's and Barney's. So somebody was going to ask me how sustainable my apparel was this evening, and I actually don't know the answer, but I can tell you the blue shirt's from Barney's. So can't tell if it's green though. It was on sale at the Barney's warehouse sale. Let's see. So the specialty stores and outdoor retailers and even online sellers are the other half of that pie. But we'll talk about Walmart in a second. So Walmart is actually the world's largest purchaser and user of organic cotton. The organic T-shirt was the fastest selling sustainable product that Walmart has offered. Retailers like JCPenney have a program of degrees of sustainable labeling for their clothing, and we'll talk about certifications in a second. And retailers like Barney's are pushing it, and they're able to do that through higher margins. Now, you might also find in Whole Foods some apparel, and so that's another channel for you entrepreneurs to think about. And Patagonia, of course, uses all organic cotton. On the designer side, Linda Loudermilk, who Jane Fonda was on David Letterman, and she said, David, you can drink my top and eat my bottom. because she had hemp, or maybe it was smoke my bottom. She had hemp pants and liquid milk shirt. You can look online for the exact quote. We decided not to play it here. And Stella McCartney, of course, is focused on animal rights, and Eileen Fisher is a growing eco collection. And even private companies like Levi Strauss are, again, delving into their supply chain to turn it green and organic. So the $3 billion number, though small, is going to move pretty quickly with players like these on both the branding and producer side as well as the retailer side. And then finally, Nike is the second largest purchaser of organic cotton, and Gaiam in the yoga segment is also a big producer. So not only is cotton king, as you might remember, but organic cotton in terms of materials. So it's more than half of this pie chart in terms of sales. Hemp is second, bamboo is third, lyocell, and soy-based. So when customers shop, when half of customers shop, they're not thinking about organic for their apparel. But for the ones who do think about it, they think about both the product and the packaging. And they do that when they're selecting a store, too, a little bit lower. And so this is a survey of 22,000 people last December. So it is an increasing concern, and obviously this is a targeted audience. Organic Spa magazine has an eco-fashion special over the summer, and when you look where you can buy, it says Nordstrom and Target, as well as some smaller chains like Excentrique.